I've mentioned this numerous times before, but the fact of the matter is that Microsoft absolutely cannot get away with anything when it comes to anything that's perceived negative. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, all it took was this one bit of news to come out, and suddenly everybody was hating on Xbox again. The media was all over Xbox. They were saying that Microsoft was being anti-consumer and anti-this and anti-that. And at the end of the day, I mean, it turned out just to be a mistake, or what appears to be a mistake, and has been generally fixed. So, again, nothing to worry about when it comes down to it, but just a stark, like, reminder, slap in the face, kind of, that, hey, you wonder why Microsoft does things the way that they do things, and this is exactly why. And, I want to get into it. It's going to be a very interesting topic and video. Hey there everyone, I'm the Crapgamer, and of course this is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, but hopefully that doesn't stop you from at least giving us a like, and maybe even possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It really does mean a lot. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I know it's going to be a slow road to rebuild and stuff like that, but we're doing it together, so that's the fun part. So, anyway, a report came out the other day, and if you guys didn't know, Microsoft has this thing on the Xboxes called developer mode on Xbox consoles, and developer mode is there for basically to allow pretty much anybody that wants to develop a game to be able to build and things like that. It kind of turns your Xbox into a dev kit, but on the other side of that as well, it also enables people to use, a lot of kind of emulators and things like that, which, depending on where you get them from, I think emulators are fine. Some people don't like emulators because it's considered stealing, which I get that. I'm not saying that, people should steal them. I'm just saying, like, there are legal ones, and I'm all for those. So, but anyway, one interesting feature about the Xbox Series X and S that generally flies under the radar is the ability for people to easily enable developer mode on the consoles, which allows users to develop and run custom code on their Xbox Series S and X without the need of a developer kit, after paying a one-time fee. Recently, fans have been noticing that Microsoft has either been disabling or removing the feature from various Xbox consoles, which led to recent speculation of the company cracking down on the feature, as developer mode also gives the ability to run emulators for various old generation consoles not related to Xbox. Now, Jason Ronald, the partner director of program management at Microsoft, basically went on Twitter to dismiss the claim, saying that the company has no plans of removing or disabling developer mode off of Xbox console, as they support a quote-unquote healthy independent app and game development community. Ronald cites the reason for the issues to be accidental deactivation while the Microsoft was doing their scheduled maintenance of cleaning up old inactive accounts. He says that the company is actively working on fixing the issues and requests people affected by the issue to reach out to them via email posted in the Twitter thread. So again, problem solved, crisis averted. This is all stuff that I'm sure a lot of people were kind of upset about or what have you, but at the end of the day, it looks like it was nothing. And this is exactly what Ronald said verbatim via Twitter. He said, "We have no plans to remove or disable developer mode on Xbox consoles. We continue to support and to believe in and support a healthy independent app and game development community here on Xbox. As part of a regularly scheduled maintenance to clear up some inactive accounts, a number of partner center accounts used to enable developer mode on Xbox One and Series X and S consoles were inadvertently deactivated. We were actively working on identifying and re-enabling these accounts as soon as possible. Once an account has been reactivated, users will be able to re-enable developer mode on Xbox One and the Series X and S consoles. If your account was accidentally deactivated and you would like to restore access sooner, feel free to contact us. We apologize for the inconvenience, and we are working to remedy this as quickly as possible. Thanks for your patience." So again, people were kind of jumping on it. Same old Microsoft, same old Xbox, and I can understand that because I probably myself would have been, same old Xbox or what have you, but at the end of the day, it ended up not being anything. It just ended up being something that was just a mistake from the looks of it, and that happens to every company at different times. There's always going to be something there that happens that is a little bit of an accident and things like that, but I have to admit, I think that, I don't have developer mode. I think my brother does, so I don't know if game sharing, I think I have the option for it if I wanted it, but I'm not really into running, any kind of things on my Xbox that isn't official stuff or isn't stuff that has like an achievements. I know that sounds lame or whatever, but stuff that doesn't have achievements or anything or whatever, it just doesn't really interest me as much as, the other things. You know, I just prefer playing the legit games and things like that. I've never been like an emulator person. So yeah, like I can understand why people like them. I sure can. And I think I would rather have emulators than have a games completely disappear into the ether, you know, never be heard from again. But at the same time, I think that if there's a legal way to do it, that's probably the best way to go about it. And I hope that that's how, you know, people actually do that in the future. You know, but it is nice to see that Microsoft isn't out there trying to be anti-consumer, because we all know how anti-consumer people like to make out that Microsoft is. Again, I know people think it's a stark contrast to how I've been in the past, but at the end of the day, you know, Xbox is changed things, and they're doing things very, very well for themselves now. And not only are they doing things well for themselves, but you know, they're building up things for the fans. And I've been on record, you know, I think Xbox and PlayStation having great competition between one another is fantastic. And I've been, even though I'm more of an Xbox guy, I fully admit that I think PlayStation is just going to have the much, much better year this year in terms of exclusive games and stuff like that, and heavy hitters, and that's just, you know, the way it is. And then next year we'll have to see, but I hope that we can see, you know, stuff like Fable or Valve, start to see some of that stuff come out, because I think it's important for Microsoft to get that new stuff out to really kind of impress people, and to really just kind of make their fans happy, the ones that have been like waiting and things like that. And I know I was impatient with waiting, but you know, I can't wait to see, you know, some of the stuff that they have out. You know, the Perfect Darks, the, you know, did they fix State of Decay? Is State of Decay 3 going to be the game that we've hoped for since the, you know, since we played the first one? You know, what's next from Rare? You know, is Gears gonna come together and be better? Like, I mean, I think there's a lot of these different things and angles and ideas, and you know, and I hope that we see something come from these endeavors, and I hope that Microsoft gets these games out soon, because it's been a long wait. I know, like, believe it or not, we're in 2022 already, and you know, when they started buying some of these studios was what, 2017, 2018. So yeah, it's been a good amount of time, and I know some of these studios had other things to do or whatever, but you know, you figure 3-4 years, especially with the way things are now. Like, I think it's much easier for these companies to develop these consoles right now than they have been at any other point. But yeah, you know, it is nice to see Microsoft kind of come out and respond to this, say, hey, no, we didn't do anything wrong or nefarious. You know, we just wanted to go out and kind of make sure that everybody knows that this was just an accident or whatever, and we apologize for that and what have you. So yeah, nice to see it happen. I'm excited about the future of what Xbox is going to be able to do, and I think everybody should just kind of, you know, maybe chill out a little bit, and, you know, not jump in Microsoft every single time they do something wrong. So, or something perceived wrong, you know, just think the worst right away. So I hope that's not, you know, what happens in the future. So hopefully, anyway, we can see more great things from Microsoft. I think this is an underrated feature, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future. Let me know what you guys think. I will link this, and you guys can let me know what you think. Much appreciated for all the love and respect. Hopefully you guys are all doing great. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crapgamer 'em up, Crapgamer out.